Morning, namaste to each of you. Thank you for joining me this morning to honor your mind and your body and your spirit. Let's just take a moment to become present. Get yourself into a nice, comfortable seated position where you can sit, having your spine, the back of your neck nice and long and tall, opening up your chest and opening up your diaphragm and opening up your heart. Gently close your eyes and soften your thoughts. Soften your eyes. Soften your shoulders. Soften your heart. Observe your breath as it is, soft and gentle, breathing life into you with each inhale and relaxation with each exhale. Feel the grace of being present, returning to that awareness again and again. You may open your eyes now. For this morning's intention, you may think of a positive word or phrase to have with you on your mat and perhaps carry with you throughout the day. This morning's intention I'd like to talk about is the seventh limb of yoga, Dhyana. And it's literally not what you think. It's more of an experience referred to as meditation. Eckhart Tolle talks of meditation as awareness. That's his term for it. He says our thoughts are mostly spent on a horizontal plane of the past, thinking about memories, or the future, thinking about expectations. Meditation, or what Tolle calls the space of awareness, will bring you into the space between the past and the future, shifting your mind from the horizontal plane to the vertical plane of the present moment, and ultimately to the awareness of yourself. So how do we get there? Well, the limbs of yoga that Patanjali laid out provide the stepping stones. The Yamas and the Niyamas are guidelines how to interact with the world and oneself. And think about the Niyamas in particular with meditation. Those Niyamas being clarity, contentment, self-discipline, self-study, and especially surrender. The Asanas, third limb of yoga that Patanjali had created, actually means being seated within oneself. Pranayama is conscious breathing. Pratyahara is withdrawing the mind from the senses so we can start to move within. Dharana is developing a single focus or concentration. And then that leads us to the seventh limb, Dhyana. Focusing on that space of awareness, moving you from a state of doing to a state of being. So let's take a moment and do a bit of an asana practice. It's going to be all on our back and just real easy, just to kind of loosen up our body. And then the rest of the practice will actually be a Yoga Nidra. And I'll come back up here and guide you through that. It's a guided meditation. So let's go to the mat, or for me to go to the mat. And you can roll down on the mat so that you're nice and comfortable. In a reclined position, we're going to come into mountain pose and go through the essentials of mountain pose. So mountain pose is an active pose, even though you're on your back in the reclined position. Your feet are flexed, toes pointing up to the sky. Your legs are nice and straight with a gentle, soft bend in your knees. Your navel's to your spine, bringing your lower back down toward the mat. Shoulders are relaxed and rolled back so that your shoulder blades are nice and snug in the mat. Elbows are resting on the mat. Palms will be up for later on. The back of your neck, you want to create as nice, a long and straight connection with your spine as possible. So that might mean tucking your chin in toward your chest a little bit. And the crown of your head reaches toward the back of the mat. Your eyes are gazing up, one of our dristis. It's just gazing straight ahead. You can take a deep inhale and deep exhale. Just relax. So for our first pose, we're going to curl our toes and then straighten out our toes, spreading our toes as far apart as we can. It's what we usually do right after we do the mountain essentials. So you can either do that with your heel resting on the mat, or you can lift your leg maybe about 3 to 4 inches off the mat. And again, curl your toes. And this is just on one leg, one leg. So we'll start with the right leg. Curl your toes and then spread your toes out as wide as they can. And curl your toes, spread them out, curl your toes. It's hard to do just one foot. My other foot wants to join in, but I'm trying to isolate just my right foot now. And then let your foot come right back down to the mat. The next one we'll do with just the right foot again. We're going to point our toes and then flex our toes up to the sky. Point, flex, and you can do that either on the mat or lift it up. So point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and then bring it back down to the mat. And then the last one for the right foot, we're gonna make circles, and you can, again, do it with your heel on the mat or lift your foot up off the mat and just make circles with your foot, one direction, and then reverse the direction. Again, my left foot's trying to join in. It's like, no, not your turn yet. So, and then relax your foot down. You're going to take your right foot and slide it along the inner part of your left leg so that the sole of your right foot comes to the knee and your legs are in a figure 4 position. We'll lift the right ankle, place it on top of the left leg, right above the knee. And then we're going to slide the left foot up toward our hip, come into reclined pigeon pose. Guide your right knee over toward the right side of the mat. Flex your right toes up toward the sky. And that might be it for today for you. It's your choice, or you can lift your left foot up off the mat, flexing the toes up to the sky. And then we're going to push with our right ankle toward our left knee, and then pull with our left knee toward our chest. So we creating a little bit of resistance there. And then we're going to bring our left foot back down to the mat. Slide it down to the end of the mat, keeping our right ankle above our knee, left knee. And then we're going to pivot the right knee all the way over to the left, 180 degrees. You got it over to the left side of the mat with your left hand, coming into a nice gentle spinal twist. And then we'll release that, send the right foot down. Now it's the left foot's turn, yay. So we're going to either of these, you can have your heel on the mat or lift your foot up about 3 to 4 inches. So again, we're gonna curl the left toes and then spread them out as wide as they can. Curl, then spread them out. Curl, and then spread them out, and then release your foot back down to the mat. And then we're going to, you can keep it on the mat or lift it again. Point your toes, flex your foot, point your toes, flex your foot, and point your toes, and flex your foot, and send it back down to the mat. And then the last one with the left foot, you raise it up or keep it on the mat and make circles with your toes. And then go in the opposite direction. Realizing I wish I had a little bit more water this morning because I'm getting quite a few crampiness in my tootsies. Okay, so we'll slide the sole of our left foot up the inner part of our right leg till it reaches our knee and our legs come into a figure 4. Then we're going to place the left ankle on top of the right leg just above the knee, and then slide our right foot up, coming into reclined pigeon pose. Guide your knee a little bit over to the left, so it's pointing toward the left side of the mat. Left foot's flexed, toes up to the sky. And you can stay here, or if you like a little bit more of a stretch this morning, you can lift your right leg up, pointing your toes up to the sky. And this could be fine, or if you want a little resistance, you're pushing toward the bottom of the mat with your left foot and then pulling with your right knee toward your chest. Need a little bit of resistance. And then bring your right foot back down on the mat, slide it to the bottom of the mat. And then we're going to pivot our left knee 180 degrees over to the right side, come into a spinal twist. You can guide the left knee with your right hand down toward the mat. And then bring that back up. Bring both knees to your chest and give them a nice gentle hug. Bring the lower back down toward the mat, and tucking your navel toward the spine. And rock back and forth, give your lower back a nice massage. And then we're going to place our hands on our knees and we'll do some rowboats. So we're going to fully extend our arms forward and then open our knees to each side, bringing the soles of our feet together. And then guide our knees back toward our shoulders. And then close the knees over the chest and give them a nice gentle hug. We'll do that again 2 more times. Hands on your knees, extend your arms forward as far as they can go. Open your knees to each side, bringing the soles of your feet together. Guide your knees back toward your shoulders. And then close your knees over your chest. Nice hug. And one last time, extend your arms out. Open your knees to each side. Soles of the feet stay together. Guide your knees back toward your shoulders. And then close your knees over your chest and give them a nice gentle hug. Now place both feet on the mat, about hip width apart. We'll go into some cat, cow, and bridge. So we're gonna have our knees parallel to one another. Navel's tucked to the spine so our lower back comes down toward the mat. Your hands are on the mat on either side of your hips, just to give you a little bit of support. We're going to do some cat-cow. So the cat will be tucking your navel to your spine even further, creating that bowl shape in your tummy. And then exhaling with the cow. So you're arching your back ever so slightly. Your hips, bones are still on the mat. And then cat, again, inhale, tucking your navel toward your spine. Exhale, cow, making a little bit of an arch. Inhale, tuck your navel to your spine. And then to cow, arching your back ever so slightly. And then inhaling to the cat, tucking your navel to the spine. And in this one, we're going to firmly plant our hands on the mat to support ourselves, and then lift our hips up toward the sky. You come up as far as what's comfortable for you. And then slowly release back down to the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Just kind of melt down into the mat. We'll do that again. We'll do tuck our navel in for cat. Arch your back slightly for cow. Inhale, tuck your navel in for cat. Exhale, arch your back for cow. Inhale for cat. Exhale for cow. And then inhale for cat, and keeping that belly tucked in, we're going to lift our hips up toward the sky. Coming up as far as what's comfortable. Keeping our knees parallel to one another, our gaze up to the sky. And then slowly melt back down to the mat, one vertebrae at a time. One last time. Tuck your tummy in for cat. Exhale for cow. Tuck your tummy in for cat. Exhale for cow. Tuck your tummy in for cat. Exhale for cow. Tuck your tummy in for cat, and then push down into your feet, lifting your hips up to the sky. And then slowly melt back down to the mat. We'll bring our arms out to each side, about shoulder height, and we're going to do a few somatic windshield wipers. We're going to drop our knees to the right side and send our gaze over to our left hand and have the palm of our left hand facing up while the palm of our right hand is facing down. And then inhale, lifting our knees, bring them all the way over to the left side. And as they drop to the left, we're going to turn our head to the right, flipping our right hand so the palm's facing up, and our left hand, the palm is facing down. Inhale, lift our knees up to the sky. Again, we're going to just gently move our knees over to the right side of the mat as we move our head over to the left side, flipping our hands so that our left palm is up, right palm is down. Inhale, move your legs all the way up and over to the left side as we move our head to the right. Right palm faces up, left palm down. And just do a few more flows like this at your own pace. Just really focusing on creating a nice, gentle flow, a nice, even flow. Ready, and we'll come back to center. Our legs are facing up toward the sky, and then we'll slip our feet all the way down to the bottom of the mat as we raise our arms up and over our head. So our hands are above our head, our feet are at the bottom of the mat. And we're just going to stretch here. So send your fingertips further toward the front and send the heels of your feet toward the end of the mat. So nice big stretch. Really feel that stretch and then relax. And then I invite you to come into Shavasana or any comfortable pose on your back. Your hands can be facing up or down, or your hands can be on your tummy and your heart. And we'll start the Yoga Nidra. You are about to practice Yoga Nidra, a deep and relaxing meditation experience that will allow you to let go of distractions and worries and connect with your deeper self. Soften and close your eyes and allow your body to slowly relax and settle into the posture. Come to a place of stillness and try to remain still throughout the practice. If you notice discomfort anywhere in your body at any time, first observe. If it continues to bother you, make any necessary adjustment and then come back to a place of stillness as soon as possible. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, let go of all worries and distracting thoughts. Allow your mind to relax completely. Follow the sound of my voice throughout the practice, remaining awake and aware. Now allow the sound and the easy rhythm of your breath to further relax your body. Allow each breath to flow through you like a rolling sea wave. Observe sounds outside and inside the room, noticing them without finding any of them disturbing. Feel awareness of your body from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. Mentally repeat the mantra Om, noticing stillness in your body and awareness in your mind of your whole body. Again, say to yourself, Om. Keeping your awareness on your whole body on the floor, relaxing. Become aware that you're going to practice Yoga Nidra. Return your awareness to your breath. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest, rib cage, and abdomen with each slow breath, and feel the nourishing energy of the breath flowing through you. Visualize the front of your body and the space between your navel and throat. Begin to visualize your breath rising from your navel to your throat with each inhale and slowly descending with each exhale. Now listen to the soft sound of your breath and how it sounds like the mantra So Hum. You can hear the So sound when you inhale and the hum sound when you release your breath. Hear your So Hum breath and feel it moving through you easily without effort. Let go of your concentration on the mantra and continue to visualize your breath rising from your navel to your throat. Begin to count your breath. Inhale, breath rising, count from 1 to 5. Exhale, breath descending, 5 to 1. Inhale, breath rising to 5. Exhale, breath descending to 1. Continue on with your breathing, maintaining awareness. Return to your natural breath. Awaken the sensation of heat in your body. You are outside on a scorching, hot, sunny day. Feel the sweat running down your body. Feel the intense heat on your skin. Even your clothes are so hot from the blazing sun, they seem to scorch your skin. Now allow the sensation of heat to fade away. Experience the sensation of intense cold. Imagine you are standing in the snow with no shoes on your feet. Visualize the goosebumps rising on your skin, your whole body shivering. Now allow the sensation of cold to fade away. Awaken the sensation of being wet. You are walking outside in a jungle during a torrential rain. Water is dripping from your hair. Your drenched clothes are sticking to your skin. Now allow this wet sensation to dissipate. Experience the sensation of being dry. You are standing in the most arid desert in the world. Your skin feels parched and tingles from lack of moisture. Your throat feels like sandpaper, craving even a single drop of water. Now allow the sensation of intense dryness to leave you. Concentrate on the space in front of your closed eyelids. This space extends as high and wide and distant as the inner eye can see. Concentrate on this mind screen and become aware of any colors, patterns, or light that you may see. Whatever you see is manifested by your mind. Continue to be aware of this space, but do not become involved. Practice detached awareness. Now intensify your imagination and allow yourself to take this journey with me. Imagine that you are standing in the edge of a field. You see a tree line where a forest begins only a few yards away. Just on the other side of the tree line, you see a trail. So you walk out to the field towards the path and enter into the woods. The light in the forest cascades down through the leaves in a soft spray of light. The layers of forest have various textures. The lower undergrowth is soft and green. There are ferns, moss, and small growths reaching towards the light. The upper canopy of the trees cover you like a stained glass roof overhead. The light green leaves against the light blue and white sky create a soft, glowing, ambient light. The light is gentle and soothing. The path you are walking upon winds down a slight hill and curves. It's well trodden, and as you continue to follow it, the path, it's well trodden and you continue to follow it, The path is a combination of soil, roots, and small plants, and it is easy to walk upon. Once you round the corner, you see a stream. You continue toward it, admiring the large trees and the different types of bark on each tree trunk. Some trees have rough bark and some have smooth bark. Some have light bark and others dark. As you near the stream, you can hear the rippling water sounds get louder in a constant rhythm. You see the rocks just under the surface of the water. The water swirls around some and pours over others. You decide to sit upon a large tree that has fallen over, and you slip off your shoes and dip your bare feet in the stream. The water is very cold, but it instantly soothes your feet. As you adjust to the cold, you notice that the water is swirling around and over your feet. As the water massages your feet, you can hear birds chirping. There are several different birds sounding, and you can also hear the breeze fluttering through the leaves on the trees. You close your eyes and enjoy the sounds. After you rest for a while, enjoying your surroundings, you decide that you are ready to leave. You grab your shoes, put each one on, and step to the dry bank of the stream. You see the path that brought you here and start back up the hill and around the bend. As you walk back, many of the trees seem familiar. You see the bright entrance to your path up ahead. As you approach the entrance, you stop and linger. You turn around and look down the path, taking note of what you are seeing and hearing. Now allow these images to slowly fade away. Return your attention to the rhythm and soft sound of your natural breath, feeling its flow in and out of the nostrils. As you maintain your awareness of your slow, easy breath, develop your awareness of your state of physical relaxation. Notice your whole body resting on the mat. Notice the parts of your body that are touching the mat. Your head and upper back, your elbows and hands, your calves and your heels. Begin to notice sounds outside the room. Notice sounds inside the room. Visualize the floor the windows and walls and the ceiling in the room where you are lying. Slowly start to do some slow movements. Start to do larger movements and some stretches, and slowly open your eyes. Roll over onto your right side and take at least 5 deep breaths before slowly making your way back up into a seated position. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete.